So yes, that does mean that some of you doing tongue twisters or acting out will be recorded. Don't worry too much about it, guys. But to get started, I'd like to start with what is drama as a subject, and why do we teach it to children? Why it is important to teach to children. So the first thing to understand is drama is all about making meaning. And there are three aspects to drama that we're going to be looking at, and we're going to look at only one today, which is the body. So it's the body, the voice, and energy. And the energy is what connects the body and the voice. And drama requires complete control over all three things, which is why it's very hard for children to start doing drama and be very good at it straight away. It requires a control over their body and their voice, and more importantly, their energy to be able to do drama effectively. So when I say, right, if you're planning a drama lesson or if you're incorporating it into your curriculum, the one thing that we need to be mindful of as teachers is making sure that our drama lessons have meaning. There is a reason for these children to be doing these things. Now, to help you do that, I have a curriculum document from Australia called the New South Wales Drama Curriculum. It is now outdated. However, it has some really, really clear outcomes for children of all ages of what is clear, meaningful activities for these children to be engaging with. Now, if your drama lessons do not have any meaning, if you're simply going, well, I need to do a drama lesson, I'm going to pull out just a simple activity and just do it as part of my literacy, that's not actually drama. The children are not making meaning for themselves. So for us as teachers, drama is actually one of the hardest lessons to plan for. It requires meticulous planning, and we're going to try and get one done today. And we're going to do the 3 steps that we'll need to do to create a drama lesson. The first one is, of course, choosing what we're going to practice with. And today, we're all going to concentrate on the body. If you want me to tell you more about how to practice using the voice, how to practice using your energy, please come and see me. I'll be more than happy to send things your way. Now, the first thing we're going to do is a warm-up. It's just like PE, guys. Drama requires control of your body, and you will be using minute muscles in your body to help control it. Now, what I've got is a little video of what I believe is the actor who has the most control of their body, and you can see it in every single thing he does. He is the most amazing actor. You all know him, and I'm going to show you a little video. I have the full video if you would like to watch it. I've shared it with Andy already. Oh, David's coming in, but I'm just going to share my screen right now. Let me pull this up. And it's feeling a bit silly. There we go. And I'm going to share this. All right. Oh, sorry, guys, it's asking for a password. Okay, beautiful. Let's start.
Is Kevin Bartholomew, a young actor with a comprehensive knowledge of physical comedy. His one-man show, Ha Ha, Kevin, has enchanted thousands of school children since 1976. He's invited our cameras to his studio home, where, with the occasional assistance of Mr. Driscoll and Miss Montague, he will demonstrate many of the arts of his profession. For Kevin, as for any physical comedian, the body is the essential means of expression. His body is his tool. The comedian may be lucky enough to possess the kind of body that people laugh at. A short, fat one, or a tall, thin one. But a normal, attractive body is not necessarily a handicap. It is what you can do with your body that is important.
Yeah, it's mostly leg work, this job.
All right, and I'm going to stop it there, guys. That was, of course, Rowan Atkinson, man, very famous for Mr. Bean, but I believe he is one of the very few people, very few actors I've actually seen who has complete control over his body and his movements. Of course, with our body using it, we're also talking about using our facial muscles as well, our hands, our gestures, our toes. It requires a lot of practice. And this is something that students in particular are going to find very difficult. So to help you plan a drama lesson for your students, the first thing you're going to start with is a warm-up. Now, a warm-up should include at least one exercise that will be practicing the element of drama that you're going to be doing. So for example, we're going to be practicing using our body. So we are going to have to do a warm-up exercise using our bodies. The other ones, which are your voice and your energy, I'll give you some ideas for those too. But the first one is very, very easy. Massages, giving yourself a massage. As I said, my favorite one, so I'm feeling stressed, I really dig in to this part right here. And it makes me feel a lot better. It really relaxes my hands. I'd like anyone, can you have a hands up? Anybody give me their favorite massage that they like to do whenever they're feeling stressed, or if they're just doing some work, they need it to get the blood flowing. Oh, Shalise. Okay, Shalise, you can unmute yourself.
I tend to do a neck massage, or the back of the head massage,
Right,
because my eyes are usually looking at a screen for a long time or anything.
Oh, wow, okay.
It starts to hurt.
Fantastic. Is anyone else got a good little massage we can all do ourselves? Oh, hang on, we'll do Jake and then we'll do David. Jake, what's your one? Just because you're on
I have a headache. I put my palms into my eyes and move my eyes around.
All right, like this. Oh, wow. That would, I can tell, Jake, that would be a really good one for kids. I'd just be careful. Just tell them don't push too hard in, because of course that might hurt their eyes. But it would be a really good one. And when you do that, we can actually feel our muscles in our eyes start to move. And that's one other area that we need to learn to control as actors, as drama practitioners. So that's a great one. David, what was your one?
My glasses are off, so I can't see what I'm doing on here. This requires a little bit of control as well, self-control, but small, light fists and just...
There we go. That's a good one.
So nice.
Fantastic. I'm going to try. Anyone else got any little massages that they like to do? Oh, hang on. Andy's got one. Off you go, Andy.
Get very close to the camera. You have to like pop your ear. Look at that bit of ear. It's great, right. And you can hear it clicking.
I think that's just your one. Wait.
Click. Click.
Actually, Andy's onto something. By the way, ears hold a lot of stress, by the way, guys. And one I've learned from one of my old ones, earlobes. Give your earlobes a good old rub. And when you release them, you feel that they're still kind of warm. It might make you feel a little ticklish. Ooh. And if they feel ticklish, it actually means the stress is wanting to come out. And one way we release stress is by laughing. If anyone's had like a really firm massage and they start giggling, that's actually your body's way of trying to get that stress which is built up in your body out. So the first thing to do for a body drama lesson is to warm up. Give them a bit of a massage. Tell them, okay, right, because we can, of course, touch each other during this COVID times, tell them where they can do it, what areas, and ask them to say, how does that feel afterwards? What does that feel like? Because this is the information the children will then take away and go, oh, okay, if I want to move this part of my body, I'm going to have to do this. Now, I have another great activity. This is for young ones, and I know Alison knows this one. It's named after my very good friend, Robert Kodama, who is an actor as well. And he's got a little warm-up activity for getting the wiggles out of children. And unfortunately, you're going to have to do this one too. Miss Alison's going to join me as well. What you're going to have to do is find a spot in your room and stand up straight. Okay, don't worry, guys. If you can't do it, what you need to do is you put up your right hand like this and you shake it for 5 seconds. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you do the other hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you do one leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you do the other leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And their favorite one is you've got to wiggle your bum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now only 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3 legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Palm. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. And have a sit down.
I'm just more wiggling now. I was going to say, I'm going to be sat still for long.
That's well, it's fantastic. It's for getting those wiggles out of kids who have sat down for too long. You will notice that they will start moving their little bodies because their body is saying, I'm cramping up, I need to move. So that's a couple of little quick warm-up activities. Yes, David? Was it you?
Brett.
Oh, good day, Brett.
That's actually very similar to a mindfulness exercise that we did during intervention that we're doing up here, where it's called Shake It Out, and similar shaking things, and then tensing. So tense as much as your body as you can, and then shake, and then tense, and then shake.
Yeah, I call that the Die Hard massage. You know, the one that Bruce Willis is practicing in the plane before he gets in there. He clenches all his toes up and then releases them. It's very similar. And in fact, Brett, I was going to talk about the mindfulness because drama is tied to mindfulness. Drama, as I said, is control over your body, your voice, and your energy. And it's usually children who are having problems socially, who are having problems with their own emotions, actually use drama a lot to try and cope with what they're feeling or express how they're feeling. And certainly this is very interconnected. So if you're doing that, that's great. Another thing you can do is called big face, small face. So when you say big face, I want you to try and make the biggest face you can, but I want you to think, is it your eyes? How big are your eyes? How big is your mouth? How big is your teeth? All right, so unfortunately, you may need to just lower your mask very quickly and do a big face. And now I want you to make a small face. And now a big face. And a small face. And now I want you to make a big face, and then I want you to make a small face, but you've got to go to a small face in 5 seconds. Not instantly, you've got to go slowly, like it's big. Okay, that's also a really good activity for children trying to learn how to use these wonderful, wonderful facial muscles. Really good for younger kids because the younger kids will ace that. They will ace it. Older kids will not because they're more self-conscious, but I'm going to talk about that in a moment. If you want to extend that, if you're doing mindfulness activities, feel free to do different faces like sad face, happy face, angry face, suspicious face. Get them to go through those emotions and talk about them. That also helps for children to see that, oh, I'm using different parts of my face to express how I'm feeling. Now, I've got a few more, but unfortunately, I don't have time for them because I really want to give you some more ideas for an actual lesson. So warm-ups are very important, guys. Big face, small face. What you can also do for energy warm-up is a really good one. What I'd like is everyone to unmute themselves, please. And now we're going to do an exercise called Count to 10. The rules of this exercise are very simple. We, as a group, are going to count to 10, but if 2 of us or 3 of us say the same number at the same time, we have to go back down to 1. Now, technically, there's 2 versions of this. The easy version is when we can all see each other. The harder version is where we all turn away from each other and we have to use our ears and our kind of senses around us to kind of see what other people are doing. So shall we give it a go? So we're going to count to 10 and let's start.
1.
No, someone said it at the same time.
1,
2, 3.
Ah! Try again.
1,
2,
3,
4.
Ah!
1, 2,
Ah!
8.
I'm going to stop you there. You can see how this would get very frustrating for the children, or even how they would say, oh, you can already see, I'm sorry to call you out, but maybe you're getting excited. And that's our energy starting to build up. And it's this energy which is hard for children to control, especially the younger years. This exercise is perfect for them to start being quiet and listening. If we had more time, I'd love to play it for longer, but please feel free to play it with your children, especially if, even in a normal lesson, where you notice that their energy is starting to build up, they're starting to get excited, it's a good one just to get them to calm down and focus on one thing. The last one we're going to do is...
No.
Oh, have we got someone got their hand up? Sorry.
Yeah, it's me, Aaron.
Oh, hello,
Hi.
Aaron.
Okay, no, I just wanted to clarify what you meant by energy, but then you said it, because I've used this game forever for focus, for getting people to... So when you say energy, you're kind of it doesn't mean... It means like getting the energy kind of in a direction.
Focusing on what you are doing.
Okay.
And that is, I mean, can be a physical thing. It is very much tied to yoga. And if you guys know any yoga, that's a perfect physical warm-up for any drama lesson. If you guys don't know yoga, certainly moving your face, moving your hands, getting them to move the minute parts of their body very, very carefully is one way also to help focus their energy and focus on what muscles they're using. But I'm actually going to come back to you, Aaron, because I have an activity which I want to tell everyone that I saw you doing, which I think is a beautiful drama activity. The next one for your voices is very, very easy. We are going to do some plosives, and these are consonants, which are P and B, which is where our mouth is going outwards. So pa, pa, pa. And I want you to try and say this. Pa, 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 ba, 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 pa. But you are not allowed to mumble. And I want you to concentrate on how your mouth is feeling while you say these. So one more time, it goes pa, 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 ba, 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 pa. I can see Callie's really concentrating. Pa, ba, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Okay, almost. Pa, ba, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Close to it, Mr. Guy, close to it. This is a really good one. You can, of course, use other consonants. M and N is a good one. Ma, 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 ma. No, ma, 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 na. Na, 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 ma. So getting the similar sounding consonants and saying them quickly will help the children use their mouths, use their tongues. Does anyone have any tongue twisters they'd like to share that they're really awesome at? Like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers? Anyone? Come on, someone has to be good at a tongue twister. Oh, there you go.
Woodchuck, chuck, if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Oh, a woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if he woodchuck could chuck wood.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Anyone else?
I mean, I've got one I'm bad at.
Okay, off you go, Aaron. Give it a go.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Oh,
just
beautiful.
try it fast. It's brutal.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
Oh, we did that one with Laurie.
Oh yeah, that Laurie is also another version of that. Really good. That one's really good for getting kids to use their tongue, because it's red leather, yellow leather. It's a repetition of our tongue going up and down for the leather sound. Great for people to start warming up their mouths. Now, I'll keep on going because I've only got 20 minutes left. Sorry, guys. I've got some activities for classes that I think that you could possibly integrate into either your movement time if you're younger, or your literacy lessons, or your reading lessons if possible. And the first couple of ones I've got for you right now are for the littlies. And the first one is called the theme park. Okay, now the theme park's very easy. Now what you do is you start off nice and slow, and it's very important that when you are teaching drama, that you are doing exactly the same things that the kids are doing, which means you have control over your body, control over your voice, control over your energy, because the children will pick up on that. They are learning how to do this. So we're going to go to the theme park, okay? And I'd like everyone to come to the theme park with me, okay? Hands up who can tell me, what theme park are we going to go to today? Anyone? What theme park are we going to go to?
Chessington World of Adventures.
Okay, Oh, Mr. Morris. Mr. Morris, what is one of the famous things in Chessington World of Adventures?
The vampire ride.
Oh, fantastic. Is it a roller coaster?
Yeah.
Is it scary? Yeah. Oh, wow. How did you feel when you were going to go to Chessington World of Adventures, Mr. Morris?
Bit scared.
Bit scared. Even before you went in. Okay, guys. Well, we're not going to reenact what Andy's going to go through. Can everyone can show me with your faces, how did you feel when you're walking in to a theme park? Can you show me how you're feeling? Look at us. We're so excited. We're all going to the theme park. Our mums and dads are there too, aren't we? Hey, everyone, I think I've just seen some cotton candy. What do you think that tastes like? Can we imagine ourselves eating some cotton candy? Can you show me? Can you show me how you eat your cotton candy? Do you use your fingers? It's really sweet, isn't it? Oh no! My fingers. We're using our bodies, Mr. Guy, not our voices. Use your bodies. Oh no, Mr. Guy, I've got sticky fingers now. Oh no, how's that gonna get off me hands? What am I gonna do? I think I better go wash my hands. Can we go in? Let's go in. Let's wash our hands, shall we? Let's wash our hands. 20 seconds. Sing happy birthday. All right. We're going on the vampire ride. All right, let's have a look at it. Let's walk towards it. Let's walk towards it. Oh my goodness, it's so big. It's huge. Look how big it is. Do you think we'll get in? Are we tall enough? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get in. Shall we tell our mum that we won't be able to get in? We're too small. No. The man said we can go on. I'm not feeling very brave anymore. Are you feeling brave? I'm going to stop it there, guys, because I don't have time. What I'd like, this is creating a narrative between you and the students. I will say this is a great one for younger ones, because the younger ones at this moment in time, they don't have any real social inhibitions, really. They will show you how they're feeling, and especially if you include their own experiences. So that was Andy's one. A lot of people may not know the vampire ride. If you do Disneyland, I'm sure all of them will go, I know Disneyland. Well, tell me, show them, how did you feel? Let's walk up. And for this activity, please make sure all your children are using all of their body. We're sitting down. I'd like all of them to be walking. Now, if we're walking safely, get them to walk in a circle in a room. That's the good way of getting them to walk safely. Make sure that they're not bumping into each other, that they're respecting each other's space. And this is one of the things of us planning an effective drama lesson, is making sure that we include instructions like, we're not allowed to touch anyone. We're not allowed to acknowledge anyone, because someone might be being very, very silly. Someone might be very, very shy. I saw a lot of people there not really wanting to join in. Well, I can understand that. And we're going to talk about how to get over children's inhibitions to performing socially. And it's usually a lack of confidence in the control they have over their body. That was one. Another really good one I'd like to recommend is Erin's got a really good music activity. If you picked up your kids from music, she did the spooky Halloween song as you walked in, and the kids were there and they were moving to the music. And it came off really slow. And the kids started to enact what they thought the music looked like. It's really, really good for the younger years. Feel free to play rock music as well to get that energy up, up, up. and then play slow down. That is actually them learning to control their body and their energy at the same time. That's a really good one. I recommend it. If you haven't seen it, ask Miss Erin to do it for you when you pick up your kids. It's really good, and the kids love it. I went in and I saw all of my class concentrating on what they were doing, the movements they were making, with the exception of one or two. And it made me feel very happy because it meant that they were controlling their body in the way that they wanted it to. They were showing and expressing a performance. So really good, Aaron. Loved it. A lot of music and drama can be interconnected. The last one I want to tell you is a really good one for English. Now, what this is a picture book for younger years. Get a picture book, preferably your kid's favorite picture book, and show them a picture from that book. Usually get one or two kids to come up, and they have to be a story postcard. They have to use their bodies to make that picture in the book, and the class has to guess what was happening in that story. So for example, if I usually use it with my enormous crocodile. I usually have the kids trying to eat other children, as the enormous crocodile does. So they have to use their body. A lot of them use their hands as the mouth, but they have to be still while they do it, and requires a lot of muscle strength to remain still for a long period of time. So they will reenact the scene, and then the children will then go, I know that one, Mr. Hassey. It was when the enormous crocodile was pretending to be a coconut tree. Of course, when you stop them, you go, well, how do you know? What can you see that is showing you this? And they can say, oh, I can see this person is the crocodile because her arms are the mouth. I can see the person is that child because they're looking scared. So get the children to engage with the other kids which are on the stage and presenting in front of the class. So that's my one for young'uns. Now, for the older ones, it gets a little bit more complicated. This is because the older years are now starting to mature, and they're starting to notice that they may not be the same as their classmates, and they can feel very self-conscious about it, which is where I think Brett's idea of mindfulness comes into it. Drama is a great way of teaching mindfulness. I would also like to say that it's usually the children who may have some problems, for example, emotionally, that are actually the best at drama. They are usually the ones who have a greater degree of control of their energy and their body and their language than some of the ones, some kids which may be grade A students. This is usually, I've found, because grade A students are always in a comfort zone. They find it very, very strange to be outside of being what they are. However, children with maybe some emotional difficulties are usually out of their comfort zone quite a lot. And that means that they learn to use their bodies and their voices and their energy to try and mask that. So one thing you're going to have to tell your kids, especially the older years, is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. When you're teaching a drama lesson, it does not go outside the room, because I know a lot of children will be very concerned about making a fool of themselves in front of people. So you're going to have to establish some class rules to begin with. A good activity to establish some class rules is, what are you doing? And we're going to play it right now. It's very easy, guys. I'm going to name someone. Who would like to go first? I will take a volunteer. Don't worry, you won't embarrass yourself too much in front of the camera, but I would like everyone to pin this person on your screen so you can see what they're doing. Anybody want to have a go? Oh, Miss I is going to have a go. So Miss I, I'm going to give you an activity. I just want you to act it. And then I would like someone to put up their hand. Actually, no, I'm going to name a name. I'm going to include some people. And I want you to unmute yourself and ask Miss I, what are you doing? Miss I would like you to give them an ordinary everyday activity. And then that person will start doing that activity. I'll give you an example. Miss I, can you brush your teeth, please? Just show us in front of the camera, Miss I. Oh, you don't, no props, Miss I. Just show me brushing your teeth. Okay, then you'd get another student to come up and go, what are you doing? And then Miss I would, hang on, there we go. Miss I would tell me what I'm going to do. So Miss I, can you unmute yourself? What are you doing? Oh, so can you give me an activity for me to do, Miss I? Something new.
Look for homework from the bottom of your bag.
At this point, I'd like someone to unmute themselves and ask me what I'm doing.
What are you doing? You, what are you doing?
I'm walking the dog.
Andy, what you doing?
I'm feeding the fish.
Oh, there we go. Can we all see Miss?
Andy, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm having a shave.
Oh, cool.
I don't think this guy got that one. All right, I'm going to stop it there. Thank you very much. Now, this is a great icebreaker for the older years. Just be careful. It doesn't get silly. Of course, no toilet humor, no sexual humor. Their minds will go there as a defense against seeming embarrassed in front of a group. That is a perfectly normal thing. Just tell them, we're not going to do that. That's not really mature enough. We're going to just do normal everyday activities. Now, to help them get over this little hump of performing in front of groups, the good thing for them to do is to start thinking about character. Now, I have got a video, and I would like some brave person to watch this video, and then they are going to reenact what they saw, but as a person. So first of all, I'd like a volunteer. Anybody? Can I have a volunteer of someone to be a very brave person? Andy? Andy it is. Andy's putting his hand up. Fantastic. Now, Andy, you're going to have to unmute yourself, mate, and I'm going to share my screen, and I want you to watch this video. Watch what happens with this object, and I want you to impersonate it as a person, okay? Don't use the same sounds, don't use but I want you to use the same actions and maybe the same tone of voice. Are you ready, Andy? Fantastic, here I go. Here I go, hang on, where am I? Here we go. Excuse me, guys.
Maybe it wants a Pringle.
Okay, Andy, did you get that?
Got it.
Got it. All right, Andy. Now, everyone, I'd like you to pin Andy's screen up so you can see, and we're going to watch Andy, and he's going to use his body to show us what this person would look like if they were really a chicken. Off you go, Andy.
No sound.
You are allowed to use voice, and you are allowed to use your body, okay? So, but you're not allowed to make clucking sounds like a chicken. You can use maybe your voice to impersonate the same kind of sound as a person. All right, off we go.
I really want some food, and I'm going to eat this trill on the floor. And I'm just going to do some work on the board now.
Fantastic. Awesome. Can we give Andy a big clap? Well done. Thank you very much, Andy. Now, what I'd like is somebody to maybe give Andy some positive feedback. So, for example, I really liked how Andy understood that a chicken moves their head around quite a lot. So he saw the chicken and went, right, what's he talking about? Can anyone else give some positive feedback to Andy about how his impersonation went, his personification of the chicken? Anyone? Okay, off you go, Jake.
Andy, I really liked how you used the Monty Python voice.
Yes, the Pepper Pot ladies, maybe they do. Maybe the Pepper Pot lady is a chicken. Certainly did suit. All right, can I have one more volunteer? I have one more video I want someone to try and personify. Miss Shalise, put her hand up straight away. Here we go. Are you ready, Shalise? This is your animal I'd like you to personify as a person.
In the afternoon, they've just returned from a day of foraging for food through the valley.
Okay, we're going to stop it there. Okay, Shalise, can you do your
What the
best
group's doing here is just
personification?
trying to catch the last rays of a muted.
Okay.
We okay?
Okay.
We're okay now. Off we go, Miss
saw
Shalise. Oh.
Miss Lee. Miss Lee. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do now? I forgot.
Oh, very good. Can we give Miss Shalise a wonderful... Wasn't that great? I can already see that a lot of you enjoyed it because I can see your faces smiling underneath your masks. I thought that was great. My positive feedback is I really liked how she got her hands right. And I like the fact that she thought of a personal experience of, I've met a person that's a meerkat in real life. And this is what they said. Can anyone else give some positive feedback to Miss Shalise being a meerkat? Anyone? Anyone want to have a comment about how Miss Shalise did?
Her head movements were very good.
It was. I really liked how she was I liked how she wasn't looking as quickly as the chicken, as Andy's chicken. And that's another thing that we needed to really instill with the kids is drama is slow. It can be slow. Take your time. There is no rush for drama because as they get more excited, as they can't control their energy, their actions will become more frantic. And I really like, well, Shalise is a grown woman. She's able to control her energy, but also control her movements a lot better. So that's a teaching point for us when we're doing drama, making sure the kids are able to stay calm and stay in character. This is really good for the older kids. And you saw a lot of people smiling. All of a sudden, we weren't judging Miss Shalise. We weren't calling her a meerkat. She was pretending to be a meerkat like a person. And this will help a good little activity in the beginning to help kids become more relaxed in the atmosphere and also help you build a level of trust within your class so that they can interact with each other without, calling each other's names or pointing out things which may seem silly to them. Now, I've got a whole bunch of other ones, but unfortunately, I'm going to end it here because I'd really like it if you guys have any questions. I have a question I'd like to ask you. How would you assess drama? For example, let's imagine we have our animal personification. We have a unit where we're doing non-fiction books, and we've incorporated how the animals move. And Miss Shalise did her personification there. How would you assess Miss Shalise and Andy on their performances? Anyone? Oh, there we go. Miss I, how would you assess them?
First of all, body movements.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, connecting with a personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
And third of all, connecting with something that they have seen in the example.
Fantastic. In fact, those are 3 outcomes for actually the lower elementary in drama in the New South Wales curriculum. Connection, movement, and something, and imitating something they have seen, but of course, not being silly. Controlling that energy, thinking about what they're doing. That's pretty much on. Anyone else want to put their hand up and say, how would you assess Miss Shalise? Oh, Mr. Brett?
Would you also look at something like following instructions and level of confidence?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is, as you know, we have been entrusted to try and increase our students' presentation skills. Drama is pretty much tied in directly to that. So you can take a lot of your presentation outcomes and address them in a drama lesson that is fun and engaging for the whole class. Anyone else would like to give examples of how they would assess? Oh, yes, Claire.
Yeah, expression of creativity while following the instruction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That would be brilliant. As I said, and you saw, and you will see, I can guarantee it, when a child does, as Miss Shalise and Andy did there, when they do something that they've thought about, something that they've made meaning, everyone will become engaged. Everyone will smile because they'll go, wow, look, that's really good. And it's an automatic human emotion. So this is why drama is really good for children, because they're learning to control their energy, learning that being silly, the loudest, doesn't always mean that you look the best. Being controlled, thinking about what you're doing, and having a good meaning behind what you're doing will make it more engaging for everyone. One thing I'd like to tie in is drama can be tied directly to child psychology. I recommend Maslow's hierarchy, having a squiz into that. You will notice that the children, that's right, that children who are generally, let's just call more mature, are higher on in Maslow's hierarchy because they are understanding that the world exists from outside them and they interact with the world, rather than our younger children, which believe they are the world. Everything revolves around them, and children grow through this hierarchy as they mature. And of course, by the time my kids get up to Mr. Brett or David, I am hoping that they will have moved upwards through this hierarchy to become more mature, being able to understand that other people have feelings. I recommend using drama to help teach kids about that. As Brett said, they're very good for mindfulness activities. And as I said, I've got tons of resources. If you do want to plan some drama lessons, please let me know. Just to let you know, I was an actor. It's my first degree, never in film, only in theater. Gave it up after about 3 years because I liked money more. Being an out-of-work actor, waiting for the phone just didn't work for me. But I am professionally trained, did do theater acting, lots of Shakespeare because they don't charge for rights for a dead guy. So yeah, if you do want any ideas of how to teach drama, please come and see me. I'm more than welcome to share. Do you guys have any questions at all?
I think me as Aaron and I have the same question, probably.
Go, Shalise, see if you read my mind.
Yeah, so why haven't you been involved in drama at all this whole time? Really annoyed, you know?
I will be perfectly honest. It's like teaching the subject that you love. And it really, all right, I have taught drama to kids. I think I can only think of 2 classes where it's actually been really effective. And that is mainly due down to the children. I was doing a lot of substitute teaching, so I never really got to know a lot of the kids. Yeah, me teaching drama is a bit, it's like teaching something you really love. And I don't know how I could take the disappointment of children piss farting around. You know me, I get cranky easy. It really is. But, I mean, I'm more than happy to help you. And I have done drama with my kids, but I do it very sparingly. And it takes me a while to suss out, to get the kids trusting each other. That is the first thing you have to do, and making sure that you are clear with what you want to do and the meaning behind your performance. That is the first hurdle of a teacher. And that's why I say all drama needs to be explicitly planned out. It's not just a 5-minute, let's go and do this, guys. If you want it to be done properly, it takes a lot of work. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, no, if you would like more advice, yeah, I can definitely help you out with that. Yes, Aaron.
My sort of follow-up to that is advice, yes, but resources. I can sort of relate to a lot of what you're saying as a performing arts teacher, and you know, somebody who also made some of my money in my life on that. So like, yeah, there's definitely some overlap, but I think we could definitely use some more drama-specific resources. And if you think you want to be a little more even involved in like school play type stuff, you should tell us.
You're joining.
Yeah, well, that said, as long as I get to choose the kids, as I said, drama is.
You don't though. That's the thing.
That's the thing. All right. Either way, yeah. No, I can definitely get some more resources.
Okay, we'll wrestle you to the ground, and it'll be fine.
We can have a chat, but we can talk about that. Anything about like drama in the curriculum? I've only really covered the body. I'm more than happy to do some more work on energy and voice if you'd really like. Any other questions? No, you're all good. Oh, hang on. I and Callie have got one. Yeah. Hello.
Sorry, I'll be quick. In previous years, we've had drama incorporated into K1. Frankly, I haven't done any of them this year. However, they've always been about a story, like a fairy tale that they know, and I have props ready to go, and they like pick out which character they want to do. They do one story a month, but here, like having been involved in this, I feel like maybe that's like several steps too far ahead for little kids. Although they do enjoy it, it's like too structured. Do you think it'd be better if I give them maybe like cards of expressions or things to act out on their own and then be silly, and then once they feel more confident, controlling themselves, acting things out?
I would say give it a go. You would be surprised, if you kind of went backwards and went, right, well, we're going to do this character, having some character discussions, and this would work for even the older years. Because if you are an actor, the secret of acting is not what you are doing. That's not how humans work. If we want something from another person, we have to convince them. And so getting the kids to think about motivation and why people do things. Okay, the big bad wolf is angry. Why is he angry? Well, maybe the pigs have done something and he wants them to move. And that then will inform on how they move their body. And that's their interpretation, and that's them making meaning. It's a bit too in-depth for littlies. They will just be, he's angry. Okay, well, fine. What kind of actions do you think he will do? That would be more for them and exploring their body. For older years, it would be Harry Potter is angry at his stepfather. Well, why is he angry? Well, because his stepfather died. Well, why is he angry that his stepfather died? Well, maybe he's really sad. So that exploring of character is something you can build up for the later years. Yeah, I'd really love to talk to you guys more, but it's going to run out of time, and I want you guys to have a quick break. Oh, yeah, please. If you want anything else,
Thank you.
come and talk to me. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you in the next session. Bye. Wow, slow clap.